Hello, daddies. Welcome back, everybody, to the Bad Dad Advice podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Physical Education, Jacksonville's best facility for personalized strength and conditioning programs. Over at PE Gym, their personal trainers work to improve your overall strength, mobility, speed, and explosiveness with tailored work routes to make sure every client gets the exact training they need to reach their goals. Visit www.phys-ed-jax.com for more details and to book your first appointment today. Man, I almost messed that up. My headphones get stuck in this stupid costume.
Yeah, dude.
For those of you watching, if you can tell, I am dressed as a hot dog. I felt guilty missing the costume contest on the Halloween episode a couple weeks ago. So wanted to just show off what I was working with. Check out this big wiener. Am I right? No, wanted to, a hot dog for you listeners. For those of you who can't see me, I'm dressed as a hot dog.
Don't be canceled.
Yeah, can't get canceled. I'm not trying to get canceled. Okay. So wanted to start out real quick and just kind of address the elephant in the room. And yes, for those of you watching, you might actually think that this tall hunk of man is an elephant. We've got a special guest. We've got a special guest in the studio with us today. Ryan Roberson cannot be with us tonight because his daughters were born. The birth of his two beautiful little girls, Riley and Blake. They're doing great. Have you guys been over there yet? Have you seen them?
I've seen them. Saw them on Halloween. Went trick-or-treating. They were outside.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I went over there the other day. I brought them dinner. The girls are doing great. Mom's doing great. I don't think they're getting a bunch of sleep, but they're doing all right. So,
Nice.
So it's good to see them. But we've got a special guest, a well tenured father.
I wouldn't say that.
You could say that we made a decision to go to our bullpen.
Ah,
Oh, wait a second.
the big righty.
Just press the button. He says that.
There it is.
It's time for the Bad Dad Advice Call to the Bullpen.
Oh, nice.
We didn't make that 2 hours ago.
You come up with that yourself?
I did that in about 15 minutes on my phone, so that was pretty impressive. So yeah, this is the good old Nicky Miller. We've mentioned him on the podcast before. He is the most tenured father of the four of us, five of us if you include Robo. How's it feel? It's nice to have you here.
I think you should include Robo. I mean, he is
He's
founder of this podcast.
He's a founder.
He's a founder.
you should
How does
definitely
it feel to be
He's
the
an OG daddy.
How does it feel to be the first guest? Now I've had I won't name all the names, but we've had many listeners, many true daddies, many day one daddies that have been begging to be on the pod as a guest, and you snagged the first guest spot. How does it feel?
I'm honored, honestly. I did get to listen in on the fantasy football one, stayed after the draft. Got to listen to you guys. So, yeah, not really my thing, but I'm happy to share some insight, some stories with you guys. I think it'd be pretty funny. So,
I think the people at home, they can tell it's not our thing either.
Yeah.
We think it's our thing, but everybody listening and watching knows that it is.
I
not.
saw you guys got like 80 views, right?
Like
All approximately.
Watch out, Mr. Beast. Watch out, we're coming.
All approximately on average 47 viewers.
There you go.
They love us
for the audio.
and only 15 of them are us
And our parents.
Yeah.
and our fake accounts.
we get way more views on like the short form clip stuff.
Yeah. Those
Like,
clips
that's-
are good.
Like the clips are pretty
clips
good,
are
and we get a
pretty
lot.
good.
We actually get like views on those. But yeah, I think we should go around. So what we typically do is we go around the room and get little updates from all of our lives and stuff. Before we do that, can you give a little backstory? So you are a dad, so let's give the dad backstory just so everybody can get caught up to speed on the Nicky Miller experience.
Yeah, that's quite the experience. So I have a 2.5-year-old, I think. So he turns 3 in March. So you do the math. I don't do the month thing. I cut the month thing off.
3 in
at
March? I feel like you guys just had his birthday party in March, I guess, right?
Yeah,
that would
March.
make sense.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
God, it feels like it was not that long
I remember going to his
Time
first.
flies once you got a kid.
We went to his first birthday, and Megan
remember
was
that.
fully pregnant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we do it big for the birthdays. It's always fun. But yeah, it's been a wild ride. He's got a big ass head. So
So does Ivy.
Says Ivy.
that's, a sign of strength right there.
Yeah.
But his
Something
name's
like
Bo. So yeah, just right now,
spelled B-O?
no. BEAU. You know,
B-A-U.
BAUX, no X, no
no X.
Baton
No,
Rouge.
we're
No
not.
Baton Rouge.
We're not from Louisiana.
We're not from the Baton Rouge.
Okay, got it. Respect.
Yeah,
Cool, good
so-
stuff. So, all right, so that's the Nicky Milley backstory. Anybody got any updates? I have a pretty good one. It's a kind of a quick one. Can I start with
Yeah,
mine?
because I feel like mine's a little bit longer.
Okay, yours is a little bit longer.
I got a pretty big one, too.
Tonight, it's a extremely recent.
Wait, this happened today?
It's
What you're
happened
about to tell
today
us?
within
Wow.
like literally like hours ago. It's the first time. So we're doing bath time. It's the first time that Ivy pooped in the bath.
Oh no!
Oh,
Three-
snicker in the pool.
3 turds.
Oh no!
He leaned down and I go, he's definitely pooping right now. And his face got really red, and then it was like floater, and then they're right there in the bathtub. Don't play with him, son. I gotta grab them things out of there.
Is he doing? I mean, he's having solid turds now?
Oh, he's been having solid turds for months. Yeah.
But like in his diaper, are they like when you
Yes.
open up his diaper, there's solid turds in there?
It's like smushed, but yeah, it's solid. Like you could like pick it up out of the diaper if you wanted to.
It's still baby turd. though.
Kennedy's not.
No,
Kennedy's
it's
not
like,
having-
dude, it's like a real.
No, it changes. I know what you're saying.
It looks like my turd.
Yeah, but it changes.
Like,
If
from an
you
ant?
guessed that if that was like a small adult's turd, you'd be like, yeah, that's a small adult's turd.
Question from a guy that's father to be. How good is the feeling when you do turn into a solid poop and you don't have to deal with blowouts anymore?
As a dad, how
Let
does
me-
that
Yeah.
feel?
Yeah.
So
Sorry, you got one? Yeah.
yeah, I mean the thing is while it's more consistently not blowouts, when they are blowouts, like Bo had one.
Oh, you sent me a
Oh,
video.
I saw this.
Bo had
Oh
one like a
my
couple weeks
God.
ago,
My God.
and he's
down
he's
to
2.5.
his ankle.
Like it is raunchy. Like makes you gag.
What's
Kennedy
really
had a blowout today. Literally today we talk about recency stuff, right? Kennedy had a blowout today. I got home from daycare. Like every time I bring her home from daycare, Janie's home at work. She's working. I walk in and I hand her the baby because she's so excited to see her. And I hand her the baby today, and she goes, this baby's covered in shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? And like she shows me the front, and her whole front, like from her like chest down, is like covered in shit. And I was like, oh my God. So like she's on a meeting. She's got her headset on. I'm in the baby's room, which is right next door to the office, and I'm changing this diaper, and I'm literally like, I'm literally gonna throwing up. I'm like yelling for Janie, like, Janie, you have to come in here right now. I am going to vomit, and Janie had to come in and take over. It was the grossest one I've ever seen ever in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. So
Sounds like there's more to come.
yeah, they get worse
Oh.
somehow.
But like once they go solid, they don't stay solid forever. Like there's gonna be little mushy stuff. He gets a little sick, has a little runny thing, whatever. But I would say like the feeling when they get solid, like as you progress from like black tar poops to like mustard seed poops to like regular, wet breast milk poops over to like solids. Every one of those is like a milestone where you're like, oh, look at this kid's he's becoming a real dude.
We be
Our-
pooping.
Ours
Yeah.
are currently in the process of Janie's starting to get off of breastfeeding and pumping, but we're still not at that age where we're mixing in actual milk. So we're kind of supplementing these next couple months with formula, and these formula shits right now are like
Oh, really?
they're disgusting. They are
Ivy's
disgusting.
down to a bottle and a half a day, so 6 ounces of breast milk a day, and we only have like maybe 15 bags left, and then he's done. His first birthday is November 16th, and then we're going to milk.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
weaned him off.
That's perfect. That's really good. That's
Yeah.
really good. So, what about you, Cards? Let's fill us in on your update. This is a big one. I like this one.
Well, if you guys are following us on Instagram or anything like that, I did put up a post about it. We did have our gender reveal, and I am having a little baby boy.
Hey,
You didn't put together a sound effect for
You didn't
yourself?
give yourself a cheer?
Nothing. Jesus Christ.
Nailed it. Yeah, so it's going to be a boy. Abs, I know you were big on the girl train. Everybody else here was on the boy train.
thought
Still
you
might
were
be a
having a
girl.
girl.
You got to let them decide, man.
I thought you were having a girl.
We had whatever. But we had a big costume party. Everybody crushed it. Abs wasn't there, just like with the podcast, he never shows up. Trey,
just so you know,
Shots
after
fired.
today, I will have missed just as many episodes as Robo. Can we all just like
fair,
so, just saying.
fair. Trey showed up in full gear. He was him and his wife did a Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, but gender swapped, and Trey was the prettiest Taylor Swift I ever did see. And then Nikki and his family did Monsters Inc.
Mike Wazowski.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Mike
Yeah.
Wazowski and Sully. You were the
What did
great Sully.
did Sam? Was she anything?
She was supposed to be Boo. Like the little girl
Yeah.
from Monsters Inc.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. And she didn't.
Ah.
Did she? Was she Boo? So she's
Yeah.
she's wearing a pink
Technically,
shirt. Like
she wore the outfit that Boo wears.
Yeah, no, they killed it.
She doesn't
So-
have dark
so
hair.
not like the little monster costume that she wears, just like the t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, like
Oh,
her like normal clothes. Yeah.
So
We did the lazy version. We do it big for the kids.
If you listen to the
And then we
Halloween
did the
episode,
lazy
Trey is
version
all
for us.
about the lazy version of the costumes.
Oh, yeah.
Wheelchairs, dollies, anything that doesn't require walking. That's a good costume.
Professor Xavier, X-Men. That's on my short list.
So what were you gonna say, Trey?
I was gonna say, so now with your announcement and Robo's the birth, we're now at, if we include Nikki, 3 girls, 3 boys, split amongst 5 dads that have hosted the Bad Dad Advice podcast.
That's honestly why I felt like it was gonna be a boy. We had a run of boys to start our friend group, and then we had a run of girls, and I felt like it was time that we had to reverse it again. That's why I was like, I feel like it's gonna be a boy.
That's like when you go to Vegas and it's red 6 times in a row and you go, it's got to be black, right? It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Ride them 6s and 8s, right?
doesn't work. It doesn't really work like that, but
Speaking,
Yeah.
we should probably do an episode about sports betting
we're gonna have
as
to.
dads at some
We're gonna
point.
have to. And how do we let our wives let us do so much sports
Oh
gambling?
my
I mean, I've
gosh.
done so much. It's been back for 48 hours in the state of Florida, and I've done
Yeah, but
so
you,
much.
you
already.
say so much, but like you're just throwing out a bunch of like $5-10 bets and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
I
Like,
try to
it's
keep
not-
I try to keep my units.
You
Small,
just-
but like,
you just
but
enjoy
I'm
watching
sitting-
sports.
I'm sitting at school and hopefully my principal isn't listening to this. But like I'm putting bets out on like Bulgarian men's doubles tennis right now.
That's
I mean,
the way to do it right there.
That's where the money's at right
That's
there.
where the money's at.
That is where-
Champions League soccer, middle of the day,
Oh, I've been
watching
crushing that.
an Espanol.
No, fuck Man U, man. They screwed me. They screwed me yesterday.
Bet Wrexham all day. Yeah, this is good.
Rex.
But
Shout
that's-
out
we'll
Ryan
s-
Reynolds.
We'll save that for another time. So what are we gonna? What other? We got any other updates here?
I got one.
Here we go. We got.
Recently, this was, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago. No, it was 2 weekends ago. We took Kennedy on her first flight, on her first airplane ride. It was quick, Jacksonville to Charlotte, so only an hour flight. So I followed a lot of the dad advice from your stories, and we brought bottles to feed her on the takeoff and the landing and stuff like that, and everything was actually really smooth. There was one hiccup at the airport, but for the most part it was smooth, except when we planned our flights, we booked our flights at the certain times to match with the baby's kind of happy time. So our flight was at 6 a.m. So I'm like, okay, perfect, right? That makes sense. So Janie was taking into account the baby's happiness and windows of naps and all that good stuff, but she didn't really take into account my body clock, right? And those of you that know about the body clock is my body's on a strict bathroom schedule, okay? And I go to the bathroom at exact times every day, right? Within 30 minutes of waking up, I am on the toilet every day.
And what happens if you can't make it to that window?
Oh no, I make it. I'm always there. But what happens is this. So I also, this podcast is all about honesty. Okay, I'm all about being honest, right? I admitted to my autism with the music, and I will admit to it now that I think I have IBS. For those that don't know what that is, it's irritable bowel syndrome. I think I have some kind of form of that, to where when I have to go
Or
to the
maybe you just
bathroom,
eat like shit.
no, when I have to go to the bathroom, this can't be normal. You know how like some people, it's like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna have to poop soon, right? That's what a normal person feels. For me, it's like I'm normal. Oh my god, I'm gonna shit my pants.
So I'll give an example. So we used to live together when we were younger, and you might be shocked by this, but we used to go to the gym in the mornings Yeah, I know that's an absolute. Nobody believes that, but it's true.
We did.
And it was kind of a far drive. And every single morning, Abs would sleep in as long as he could, and then he'd get in the car and. Like halfway there, he'd be like, "You got to pull over. You got to pull over. You got to pull
not
over."
gonna make it
every
to the
single
gym.
every single morning to the point where like we would get to the gym, he'd get out of the car, and my warm up would be 15 minutes on the elliptical. His warm up would be taking a dump in a steamy shower locker room at LA Fitness.
We'd be just as sweaty.
and we'd be just as sweaty, ready to work out at the same time.
So yeah, so we're
Probably burn just as
so
many
we're driving.
calories.
So
too.
we're driving to the airport, right? It's
pre-workout.
4:00. It's 4:00 in the morning. 4:30 in the morning. We're driving to the airport, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not going to make it to the airport. So I get off on the exit. Of course, every time you get on the exit, it's the exit where the closest gas station is like a mile and a half from the where you get off the exit. So we go. So I get to the gas station. Okay, and this is actually Merrill Road. So this is the exit you would get to JU. It's like you guys know what I'm talking about. Listeners, it's probably not important, but for you guys, you make sense. So I go to the gas station. Okay, I open the door. I go to the door. There's a piece of paper on the door. It says closed due to like not enough employees. Gas only. I'm like, oh crap. So like I run back in the car. I go, Janie, the gas station's closed. I'm in the car.
Gas only, no poop. Just
Right, no poops, just gas. So I get in the car and I go, I'm not gonna make it. I go, I'm gonna get out. Like we have wipes in the car. I'm like, I'm just gonna go around the side of the gas station and poop outside. I didn't do that. I have, morals, so I didn't do it. So I drive to the next gas station. Next gas station, lights are out. It's closed. I'm like, oh my god. Not only am I gonna crap my pants, now we're gonna like miss our flight too. I'm like freaking out. So across the street from the second gas station is a Waffle House. Waffle House never hurricanes. Waffle Houses are open. It's always open. So I walk into the Waffle House. It's one guy in there. It's 3:00 in the morning, 4:00 in the morning, and a lady comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, a table for one." I'm like, "Yeah, I really just need to use your bathroom." So I go blow it up in a Waffle House bathroom, and then we get to the airport and
no,
we make it
but
to Charlotte.
did you check your fantasy team?
In the bathroom?
Did you tinker in the bathroom when you were waiting?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I scrolled. I'm sure I scrolled through.
Yeah.
I'm sure I scrolled through.
we
while I
could
was
miss
in
this
there.
flight. I gotta check the waiver wire.
I'm sure I scrolled through while I was in there, but it was yeah. And then we made it, and everything else was fine, and the flights were good. The baby was great. It was really just me who kind of
Well, good.
messed it up.
There
a
you
little
go. Nice.
So
Well,
going to your scrolling thing, I actually have
Yeah.
a story about that.
Okay.
There's one time in my life where I wasn't scrolling, like while I was on the toilet, and that was mid childbirth. I only missed one contraction. I went, I dropped it off, came back. It was
Wow.
the fastest poop I've ever had in my entire life.
Dude,
I couldn't help it.
So Megan pushed for 3 hours. I didn't have to go to the bathroom or anything. I had the worst heartburn, like of my whole life during that whole 3 hour period.
Childbirth is tough on dads.
Dude, I don't know if it was like it's like we go through
That's
a
how
lot.
we're gonna get
Mine-
canceled.
We go
Mine
through
really
a lot.
No. We're not going to cancel that because we've been talking about this for literally 15 episodes
We go through a lot.
about how they don't give a shit about dads during childbirth.
We're gonna get an
Oh,
update
good
from
shit.
Robo at some point over the next couple of episodes on what his experience was. But I can tell you, it's not much different than
Probably
ours.
not. Yeah.
Not much different.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good lead in. So we're gonna get into obviously this being our guest spectacular. We're gonna get into the Nicky Miller world. I know for a fact that we're gonna have too much to talk about, so this will probably be a two-parter. But we're gonna get into this. So let's get into it. I know to start it off, you said that you had some fun today with your kid, right?
This week, yeah. So I got a sick toddler at home.
Oh, wait a minute. We have an intro for that.
Just press the button, bro. You don't have to intro the intro.
Is that showing on the screen?
I think we need to go to the hospital.
Yes, precisely. So we're sitting there. He's been sick all week. He's got a cough and he's got a bad gag reflex. So like when he coughs stuff up, it makes him gag and then he yarps, which is terrible. So he went down for a couple hours and he woke up screaming and stuff. We go and get him. He's in my lap and Sam's in there with me, and all of a sudden he starts vomiting heavily in my lap and she's like catching it like with her hands, her bare hands.
That's
she's a
disgusting.
nurse, so
So you're holding him. He's vomiting on you.
he's like
and Sam is
sitting like
catching
right here. She's standing in front of me like catching the yarf coming out of
to
his
keep
mouth
it from going where.
Oh,
to keep it from going everywhere.
We're just trying to
it's
just like
projectile.
limit it, you know?
containing.
Okay.
And-
Run a prevent defense. You might
yes,
say.
exactly.
Containing the chaos.
Okay.
So, he is she's a nurse. She can deal with that. Like,
Yeah.
she's used to dealing with old people and nasty stuff. And blood
You're not
and
a
guts.
nurse.
I am the opposite of a nurse. Like,
Me too.
just seeing somebody else throw up makes me want to puke. So the whole time I'm holding him, he's puking, and I'm sitting there going, trying not to puke.
Yeah,
That's
baby
terrible.
stuff is gross.
It was awful.
In a prior
It was awful.
episode, I talked about my trip to Canada, and I had a major vomit episode in a Boston Pizza in Saskatchewan. So I kind
Oh.
of know the feeling. Yeah.
I took him to get an oil change one time. And
Is that a metaphor, or were you actually going to get it?
no, I was getting an oil change.
Like
So
a Blue
she-
Mountain State
see-
oil change.
No, she
great
worked
show.
night shift, and I was going to get her car an oil change, and I gave him the key, and we go sit down, and I take him out of his car seat. He was still younger. I was still a new dad. I was probably around like where Trey is, and he starts puking on the floor in the oil change place, and there's like 10 people in there looking at me, and I'm like, God, So I go to sit him down in the car seat because you can't really hold him while you're cleaning it up. And he starts puking in the car seat. So then I pick him up and
You hand him to a stranger.
I go across the room. There's like a little coffee station where it had like napkins and stuff. So I go grab some over there, and he starts puking over there. So there's puke in 3 different places of this oil change lobby. And the guy's like, do you want some help? I was like, can I just get my keys back? Like, it was literally like 3
I'll just
minutes of being
leave.
there. I just left.
I think we need to
And I
go.
left all the puke there. I was terrible.
That's so funny.
You left the puke there?
Dude, it was like my first time like going out alone with the kids.
It's like you're
That's my
never gonna
biggest-
get an oil change at that place ever.
That's my-
I'm never going back.
That's my biggest fear if something like that happens and like Janie's not around, because she is like, she's so good with that stuff.
Moms
and
are way
and
better at that.
And I suck at it. And so like my biggest fear, and like I know that they're kids, and like that's what kids do. And most people, right, a normal person has the expectation that everybody else on the planet also knows that they're kids, and that's what kids do. Me, I don't, right? I don't feel that way. I think that when my kid's doing something that annoys anybody else or inconveniences anybody else, I feel like that whoever it's inconveniencing is like wants to kill me. And
Yeah.
I never want to be in a situation like going on this flight. I was so scared because I did not want that kid to scream on the plane, because I've seen so many videos of just like the crazy guy that's like, shut that fucking baby up, and like people go nuts, and like I wouldn't know what to do in that situation.
It's so weird. I have like the opposite feeling because Ivy's such a good kid that like if he's bad, even if it's in public and it's inconveniencing somebody else, I'm like, that's like a you problem. Like when he vomited on me in Boston Pizza, it was like, all right, let me like, you can't do it. You want to do this stuff quickly because it's like, oh my God, I want to like hide this stuff before everybody sees it. It's going to be embarrassing.
Right on brand. All right, perfect. Now that we got that out of the way.
So, yeah, I like to just go about my business as if I'm like at home. It's like if he vomits on the floor, it's like, all right, I got to clean this up. But like, all right, you get all your vomit out, like sit on the floor over there. Let me come home, make a cup of coffee, come back, clean up. Like I'm not trying to appease everybody else. If he's screaming, I'm also like, if I can remove myself from the situation, I'll do that because I don't want to like subject everybody to him crying if they don't have to be subjected to it. But if we're on a plane, I'm like, yo, I gotta go. Like we gotta get there, just like you gotta get there. We paid for our seats. Sometimes he sleeps, sometimes he cries, sometimes he shits his pants. I can't help it, dude. It's a baby. And if that somebody else gets mad at that, like I go, that's on you. I don't have any guilt for having a baby that cries. It's like that's what babies do. They cry and they poop and they vomit. I don't feel guilty. If I was in your situation at the oil change place, I maybe would have left, but more than likely, I just would have methodically cleaned up vomit for like the next 20 minutes.
Why
The
don't you
guy-
just take him outside?
The guy offered to clean up like the floor. He brought out a mop
That was
bucket,
kind.
and like his he had it all over him. I had it all over me.
Ooh,
We had just gotten there.
He like the guy who offered to clean it up, or Bo?
No, Bo.
Oh, I thought when you said he had, I thought you meant like Bo threw up on the guy.
no,
too.
no, no. He threw up on me.
I was like, oh
and
my
the
god,
floor.
that's my worst nightmare.
threw up on me 3 different spots on the floor, himself and the car seat. I thought he was dying. I thought I was going to have to go to the hospital.
Exorcism style.
Really?
So I literally.
Why don't you take? Why don't you
that-
just take him outside? Let him throw up outside.
He was like,
It happened all quick. I bet.
yeah.
Right?
He was
It's
like
not.
a
It's not
year-old.
like. It's not like a
Like a
dog
1-year-old.
where like you see them start to go to the bathroom
do
on the
like the
carpet, and you're
gag.
like, oh no, take him outside, take him outside.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, when Ivy did that in the Boston Pizza bathroom, like I was taking him in there to change, dude, it was like exorcism,
Yeah.
like projectile. Like if I would have turned him around, it could have like gone across the whole entire
Oh
bathroom,
my god.
and it just hit me like right in my sweater, and
I
just,
haven't
like,
had-
splashed everywhere.
I haven't had any of that yet. I mean, I haven't had like a good like Kennedy doesn't even really like spit up. Like you get all these like burp cloths, and you're like, oh, you gotta when you burp them, you have the cloth, and she doesn't spit.
But you
up,
just dealt with
ever.
crying a lot.
She cried a lot. Yeah. Oh, she cried a lot. She doesn't. She's much better now. She's a much better baby. But
Side note,
cried a lot.
we just started making our registry, and we're doing pretty good with it. We got a lot of it done, but we have not the slightest clue of how. The one thing we haven't talked about is how much of all of the things that you need to put on the registry.
Less than you think.
way
I feel
less.
like
than
I
you
feel
think.
like I feel like for some things it's less, but then for some things, like we asked somebody, like you said, burp cloths, and it made me think about it. And like Tiff asked her friend Julia, hey, how many burp cloths do you need? And she's like, 1,000.
No.
No, yeah, you know why she needs 1,000? Because she probably never does laundry. Like if you go through 5 a day, like maybe you need 10. You go 5 one day, you
like
wash
one for a
them.
week.
Right, like I have burp cloths. Like again, my kid doesn't spit up. Right, doesn't throw up. Like I have burp cloths that have never been used that are in a drawer.
Dude, you
don't
can take a
think I ever
towel,
used one.
but like you could take a towel. Anything
Yeah.
is a burp cloth. First of all,
also just a ratty t-shirt.
second of all, you can use it more than once. You just flip it over, and then it's like turn it around.
It's like
You can-
underwear.
You're gonna get throw up on.
It's like
you.
It's like you wear them once, and
You're
then the
gonna
next
get it
day
on
you
you.
wear them inside out.
But also like whatever you have to, if you get 3 different kinds, guess what? Like, oh, I like this one. 24 hours later, you can have 1,000 of them from Amazon there.
That's all.
So
fair.
don't like my point is before the baby comes, everybody wants to get like everything in because it feels like you have to nest and it's got to be perfect or whatever. The reality is the 9 months before the kid gets there, try to enjoy it as like the last time that you can do stuff without having to worry about a kid. Because as soon as the kid comes, it's like that's the deal for the next 18 years. And ordering stuff on Amazon and going and making a Target trip and dividing and conquering or whatever, that becomes like you have to figure out how to do that because you're not buying everything you need for the next 18 years
Yeah,
in the first
I feel
9
that.
months.
It's
So
true. All right.
just get
Constantly
a couple of little things, couple of things to get by, a couple of bottles, couple of this. Figure out the rest later. Order them on next day delivery.
Yep.
Get
So-
a lot of bottles. You're gonna run out of them.
Different
Yeah.
kinds of
When
bottles.
do you run out of them?
No, I've
So-
actually heard there's multiple kinds of bottles because you don't know what kind of bottle
That's
the
true.
kid's gonna want. Like
There's-
enjoy.
I think
Different bottles.
I think I took
then
the,
bulk order.
Yeah.
with the bottle thing. I think I took the mentality of I'm not gonna. I mean, we had like you guys gave us a bunch of bottles that Ivy didn't like,
Yeah.
and so we kind of like inherited bottles of like families of kids who didn't like the bottles they had. But we got lucky. The first bottle we tried worked. The little Dr. Brown's ones, they were fine. But I was like, I'm like an asshole. So I was like, no, Janie, like, screw that. We don't need all these bottles. Like, it's just like the dog. Like, if he's hungry, he'll eat. Don't matter what kind of bottle it's in.
Yeah, no.
And Janie's like, yeah, it doesn't really work like that. So, but we got lucky the first.
Did you
bottle.
go with cloth diapers?
I don't know what Tiff has gotten on there so
You-
far.
the answer should be no.
Yeah.
No.
No.
The answer should be no.
Do not do that.
Even if
That
if
is
Tiffany,
some bad
and if
dad
Tiffany
advice.
really fights
Cloth diapers and lambskin condoms.
Lobster tail and beer.
This is my
This
this is my best advice is as they get older and they go to real milk
Yeah.
and you're on the go more, like you take them to daycare and stuff, like Bo likes a bottle or sippy cup or whatever of milk in the morning. He takes it in the car with him and he leaves it, and I've forgotten so many bottles in the middle of summer in my car, and then like you go to wash it and it's just like chunk followed by like
That makes me
water
wanna
because
throw
it's
up. That
separated.
makes me
It
wanna
is
throw up.
so good. I've thrown away so
Oh, and
many
that's-
bottles
and
just
that's
'cause I
that,
don't want to.
It's like sippy cups.
Sippy cup, but I did it with bottles too.
Did you,
'cause
oh, you
we-
put it in bottles too? Yeah.
when he was around 1, when he switched to milk, I mean, we just used the same bottle and just
Yeah.
poured regular milk in it.
That's interesting. I'm trying to get him like on like sippy cup like sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we We made the
Just because
full-
bottles are kind of annoying to wash. You know?
I mean, the sippy cup's the same. The sippy cup's worse.
oh really?
I feel
just
like
put it
once you
in
go
the
to the-
dishwasher.
We throw the bottles in the dishwasher.
Yeah,
No, I like all
I
of
think
these.
once you go to milk, like I think once you go to milk and you're like off the breastfeeding and formula, or it's like you don't really need to like sterilize as much. You
I
just
started throwing it in the dishwasher after like
It's like
a
at
month.
one. It's,
Like
yeah.
everything.
No, we
Like,
waited.
just-
a
I
month?
waited like
Oh, we
I waited
don't
like
do that.
8 months, and now we're dishwasher. We're not sanitized. We're just
Wait,
dishwasher.
wait. You mean you didn't go out and buy a bunch of electric bottle washers like Robo did?
No.
I wonder how that. I'm probably using that right
like,
now.
I hand
Yeah,
washed it like
right.
once, and I was like,
I
this
guarantee he hasn't used it a single time.
I can't wait to hear Robo's update on electric bottle washers.
sucks. Yeah,
Yeah.
the worst is forgetting a bottle and having to try and clean
Dude,
it after. Dude,
I
it
can
smells
imagine.
so bad.
Megan eats yogurt. She takes yogurt to work and like granola. That's like what she eats for breakfast. And I have to like I'll
It's
take
so
the
healthy.
dishes out of her lunchbox at the end of the day. There's like one of the things I hate the most in this world is like sour dairy. And then you open that container and
Just
it just
from-
like destroys you. And I'm like, I can't handle this. I hate it, dude. Take your dirty thing and wash it in the sink or put it in the fridge all day because I can't do this rotten dairy. Can't do
You're
it.
saying just from morning to like after work, it gets that
Oh,
rotten?
it's disgusting, dude. Yeah, it's disgusting.
What's worse than that is protein shakes.
Oh yeah, well. That
Oh
was
The
like,
pro-
yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, I
Did you,
can't
wait,
say-
do you drink protein shakes?
So Sam
He mixes them with the titty
Sam
milk.
supplements a protein shake in the morning. Like that's her breakfast. She drinks a protein shake.
Oh, your
She takes
wife
it-
cares about
she
health,
does.
not you, not
No,
you.
no, no.
Yeah, I was gonna
Never
say,
that.
You're
Good.
drinking
Never
it.
that.
She takes it. She drinks it all day, or in the morning at work, and then she comes and she leaves it in her car, so that she brings it in.
Disgusting.
After it's so bad. It's
So-
Wait a
I have
second.
the
No.
dishwasher.
I've got something here because this bothers me. Why is it? I don't know if it's all women. This might be a generalization, but I feel like
I hear a stereotype.
oh
Here we go.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Whenever I'm using something like a bowl or a cup or a blender bottle of any kind, I use it. I drink or eat whatever's in it, and then I wash it under the sink so that all of the stuff gets out of it, so that I can clean it very easily afterwards. Why is it that Tiff and women
I'm not going to fall into this one. I'm
have
not gonna-
have such a hard time just rinsing it out?
I don't
Just
think it's just women.
I gotta be
Just
honest. I
just
gotta be
rinse it
honest.
I'm terrible.
I gotta be
about it,
honest.
too.
I think we're like 49% men are doing that more than women.
Oh my god, it
I
bothers
agree.
it
I agree
bothers
with
it
that.
bothers
I'm in
the
the
shit out
I'm
of
in the
me.
same boat as you, where it's like if you eat spaghetti and meat sauce, wash the plate off because it's so much harder to clean that plate later.
Yeah,
Power
agree.
Wash.
and
Get
even worse.
sponsored by
ev-
Dawn Power Wash.
oh,
Yeah.
I go through a mess of power wash, but also protein shakes. They're they're so hard to clean
Yeah.
if you let them sit for 2 days in the sink. Like it's the worst.
So
Once-
hey, I want to shift gears a little bit, Nikki. What is your dad fitness routine? What are you doing to keep yourself so
so slender.
slender,
I wa-
so
I wanna-
svelte?
I want to talk about how nicely you are dressed too. I'm glad that you dressed up for the occasion, as did all of
So
us.
work clothes.
You look great. You look
Thanks.
great. You dressed to the nines today.
Yeah.
Huh. I feel like I look like a father today.
Certainly.
As far
One of us had to.
as
What's your fitness routine?
weekday or
We're sponsored by Physical Education.
Wait.
Do you know
Wait.
this?
Hold on. You have separate weekday and weekend. health
Are
and
you
fitness?
asking me like what my routine is?
Yeah,
What I
what?
do?
I'd like
I
to
want
know.
to know what
I'd
your
like
fitness
to
routine
know.
is. We're sponsored by Physical Education. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I wake up.
We care about health.
I
and wellness.
drink about 5 cups of coffee throughout the day and don't eat until like 6, 7 o'clock at night.
So intermittent
That's
fasting.
intermittent fasting.
zero
And
food, zero
just coffee,
zero food at all.
nothing.
Okay, 5 8-ounce cups, 6-ounce cups, 12-ounce cups.
12 ounce.
5 12-ounce cups of coffee a day
So 60
Starting
ounces of
at-
coffee.
to get you from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m.
Wait, so here's the important thing: it's a black coffee.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's a lot of saved calories
So
there.
you are full you're full fast mode. Okay,
Yeah. And then I eat as much as I
from
can
6 to 7.
until I fall
From 6 to
asleep.
midnight.
6 till midnight. You go 6 to midnight. As much steak and
Now,
potatoes as you can get.
On the
in.
weekend, we generally have a big breakfast. I eat lunch, mix in a lot of beer. Like
Okay.
a lot of beer.
So you do nothing healthy on the weekends.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Okay,
So
nothing-
he does carb loads on the weekends.
So that's the consumption part, which is 80% of fitness, from what I hear. From what I
Yeah.
hear, from what I've been told.
Yeah, it's like 80% of weight loss. My mom says all the time. It's 80% of weight loss is what you do or do not put in your mouth.
Right.
So-
90% of the game is half mental. So what do you do physically?
So physically, I when I get to work, I park in the furthest part of the parking lot. So I
Okay.
get
Love
extra
that.
steps in.
Good.
Love that.
Yep.
And
No, you fucking
at
don't.
least no, I really do.
I like that. I like that.
really
You
do.
told me today you've worked from home all week. What, you
Today
park
I
at the
did.
bottom of the driveway and walk up to the front door?
Well, okay, when I go to work, when
Yeah,
I
he
go
can-
to the office.
Okay, when I work from home, I drive to Dunkin' Donuts and I park at the back of the driveway.
you should when you work from home, you should drive like that amenity center is right around the corner. You should drive and park your car at the amenity center in your neighborhood and walk home.
Okay, so when you go to the office, you park in the furthest. What else,
Yeah.
is that the extent of your physical exercise?
Occasionally, I'd say once a week, I'll take the stairs up.
And that's again, to be clear, that's the extent of all of the exercise that you do.
Yes.
Do you own a gym membership?
Yes.
And it's to the gym,
Right next to my house.
Walking
which is
distance from your house.
walking distance.
Closer,
And there's a
closer
free
to your
gym at
house.
my work too.
Closer to
And
your
I
house
haven't
than the
used it.
faraway parking spot.
Is that a 24?
Is that gym?
Is it a 24-hour fitness?
Yes.
So 24 hours a day, walking distance away is a treadmill,
Yes.
and you've never used it.
No, I've used it.
Okay.
Have you ever thought of PE gym?
Just when I'm watching you guys.
Perfect.
Hey, you
Hey,
know what? That's
that's
what we want
something.
people thinking about.
That's
it.
something.
You know, something to think about. Not that I do it, because I don't.
I'll tell you what. I went the other day, and
You're still doing this
I'm still doing this.
twice a week.
I tried to go 3 times this week. I had to shut it down. Had a little
Injury.
little injury. So
You went a little too hard.
yeah, I actually squatted 250 pounds 5 times, which I haven't done since.
I do that every day when I stand up out of a chair. Actually, more than that.
Well, no.
Go like, well,
Well, that's 250 on top of my 250.
Oh, so that's basically a 500-pound squat. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
So
Could you imagine if when you talked about how much you lifted, it included your body weight too?
Yeah.
Like when I do a deadlift, it should be the weight that's on the bar plus the 270 pounds that I'm standing up with too.
you go, I'm deadlifting.
I'm a 1,000-pound
I'm
deadlifter.
deadlifting 350. And you're like, we're doing a bar only.
Right. We should take that into consideration.
It's
You know what? I
You
think
do have to lift
let's
that.
petition. Let's petition. Yeah.
we should petition for that.
Does anybody else's algorithm on the social medias give them like bodybuilding and weight loss and like fitness stuff all the time?
No, mine gives me a lot of like gambling.
Dude, okay, let's do a quick check. This is so off topic. Let's do a quick check on your algorithm. Give me like the top 3 genres of thing that your algorithm's giving you right now.
Food.
Okay.
All right,
A
that
lot
makes
of.
sense.
I mean, but it's like different kinds of stuff. But yeah, food.
Food.
I don't really know.
Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back to you. What's on your algorithm?
I would say 97.5% is between dogs and titties and golf.
Dogs,
Dogs
titties, and golf.
titties and golf.
Okay,
I'm a
well,
real man's man over here.
yeah, real man's man.
Jeez.
I get. I'm getting a lot of. Have you guys gotten the guy that does the rich guy versus the really rich guy? Have you seen
Yes,
that guy?
yes.
I used
Crown.
to, yeah.
Crown.
Last name
like,
Crown.
Dude, I get him,
I get him a lot,
I get
too.
him a lot.
I haven't seen him in a while.
He's
I
he's
get-
figured out the algorithm because I'm
Yeah.
getting him like nonstop right now.
I get
I
a
don't know
lot
what
of
that
I get a lot of just like video blog of like people playing hands of blackjack and I'm like, oh man. But I was on I mean that was like I just did Vegas and we did that cruise. I spent a lot of time in the casino in the last month. And now I'm on the sports gambling app back. So I'm getting a lot of that. I get a lot of I was getting a lot of Matt Rife for a while.
Oh, I get a lot of that.
I get a lot of Matt Rife. He's funny. But I get a lot of this new girl, and I don't know who she is, but she's like a high school teacher, and she'll like have her video, like have her phone on her desk, and like she's like talking to the kids, and the phone's just on her. I don't remember what her name is, but she's really funny too, because like it's funny watching like teacher stuff, because like I relate to it, and I go like, oh, that's
Yeah.
like real, like that happened to me today too. Like
You know what's weird is I get a lot of like military stuff that's like inside jokes for military people. You know, like how like there'll
That
be
one
military
guy?
guys, like all of them. I get like there's multiple guys that do it, You're gonna be
Unless
like,
they
this is what the Space Force looks like, and then it's like making fun of the Space Force. This is what the
I've
Coast
seen
Guard
that
looks like.
before. I've seen
And
that.
but I'm getting like multiple guys doing like military
I
stuff.
really liked. I'd like to I don't know how to recalibrate my algorithm, but I really liked when I was getting the video of that guy who was doing the bussin' or discussing videos. You seen those? Where the guy like eats like random shit and he's like, I'm gonna eat the McGangbang from McDonald's.
Oh,
right?
is that the
McDouble
like,
with the McChicken in between?
Is that
and
the,
he goes, and I'm gonna tell you if it's bussin' or disgussin'.
That's
and like
the,
bussin' means it's good, disgustin' means
yeah, I
it's
know,
gross.
dude. I'm hip with the times.
No, you don't get it, bro. You
That's
don't teach it.
that's the Spanish guy that also does the prison meal hacks.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
No, he absolutely does that.
Yeah.
I've seen him.
But that guy's. Oh, you know what I get? You know what I get a lot too right now, like the sleazy car salesman ones. You guys seen that one?
No.
Where it's like the guy. You know, he's like
Sure, that's not a different website.
he's the guy. No. He's the guy. He's like pretending to. He's like talking about like the sleazy car salesman, and he goes in and he goes like, all right, I'm gonna give you $4,000 for your trade in. You're gonna put $5,000 down. This is gonna be your payment, $800 a month. And the
It's like a real life video.
No. It's like him
okay.
acting as the customer and the salesman.
Oh,
And then and then the customer's like, no. I want $5,000 for my trade in. And they go, okay, let me go talk to the boss. And he comes back and he goes, okay, I'm going to give you $5,000 for your trade in. You're going to put $2,000 down and you're going to pay $800 a month. And the customer's like, how is my payment the same if I'm putting more money down? And it's like talking.
I just remembered.
I
I get the lady that does like she like explains how to do the polite way of like telling your boss to F off. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
And she'll be like,
Yeah.
it'd be like, how would you say, I'm not going to come in on Saturday because it's against my work policy of whatever. Blah, blah, blah. And you're like,
contract hours.
and it's so funny to hear like that. I get that because it's like I feel like a lot of the stuff that I'm getting is like relative to my life, and you're getting like gambling and buying a car for a ripoff.
That seems pretty relative to my life.
Something
Yeah.
else. What you
I
guys?
have a question. Like, is this just TikTok for you guys? Is that what
I don't
you're
use
on?
TikTok.
I don't
I'm
understand.
a
He's a
YouTube
YouTuber.
Shorts. I'm a
Oh,
YouTube Shorts.
You?
Yeah.
YouTube?
No, mine
Instagram.
pulls up on Facebook.
Oh, you're a Facebook guy.
Yeah, I'm a Facebook guy.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook
okay,
Reels.
Okay, boomer.
I see the
Facebook Reels. Yeah.
I just
I like
use
the
Instagram,
Facebook.
so I know he's on it. Like I send stuff to him and Robo all the time.
Yeah,
But it's
no.
like I've seen something that I wanted to
Yeah.
send to you. I realized like we're
I don't
not
have.
friends.
I don't have. We're really not.
He doesn't have anything.
We're
I
just
have-
acquaintances.
I
He
have-
just has a Facebook.
I don't have anything. I only have Facebook, and it's just to see like, what my family's been doing.
I have nothing.
And watch.
I just
TikTok.
do. I just have the
Watch
YouTubes.
videos, man. I
I
fall
just have
into
the
them.
YouTubes. That's it. I don't even do Instagram.
You know what? You know what my other algorithm was for a little while, and I fell deep into this rabbit hole. It was that guy who opens Pokemon cards.
Pokemon?
I think his
No,
name was
no,
like
that's
Leon Hart.
Yeah.
And man, when that guy pulled a Charizard out, I was jacked up.
Leon, not Leroy Jenkins.
No. I was fired up when I saw that first edition Charizard
I
come
saw
out.
some of that, but like my algorithm never really caught
Coming
on.
from the guy who like literally has
I know. I
a
got.
Pokemon card.
I forgot.
I have the- I
and
have
you brought
the-
Pokemon cards to your wedding.
I have the original. For my nephew, I have the original. All of the psychic Pokemon in the first ever release.
You're so cool.
PSA 9s.
I forgot. Another one that I get a lot of on Facebook is slot machine videos. There's
Yeah, I see
literally
this.
like
Mr.
so
Lucky
many ones. What is it?
I think it's Mr. Lucky.
Oh, I hate that guy.
No,
oh,
what's
when
the
the
good-
thumb goes up.
Yeah. Oh, I see that guy all the time.
When the thumb
I
goes
get that
up.
guy all the time.
You know, dude.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh my
guy.
god, I want to punch him in the
it's
face
yeah,
every
it's like
time.
People
it's
getting
like D.
winners.
Yeah, it's like D Lucky. That's his name, D
Yeah.
Lucky. And all he does is like it's just videos of him. Like, and it's basically like he goes up to a person, and first of all, a person pays him money to do this. So somebody will pay him like $1,500 for him to go to a casino with them, and he picks the slot machine for them to play, and then they put their own money into the slot machine, and he goes, "All right, max bet," and they do it, and they don't win. He goes again, max bet, and they do it, and they do it, and then eventually, like, obviously, he only puts the videos out that hit jackpots, and then it hits a jackpot, and he's like, "You got it, you got it." When the thumb goes up, and then the person goes, "It's just like that." You never seen that?
I've never
hate him
seen.
Oh
so
man,
much.
the guy is so like who would you like? I wouldn't pay anybody money to go
You guys have
sit at a slot machine with that
such
person.
degenerate algorithms. It's ridiculous.
No, it's actually one thing I was gonna say because I started thinking about it. I get a lot of like parenting videos. But that's because me and
Oh,
my
bad
wife
dad
are
advice?
like sending stuff
I
to
don't.
each other.
I don't get that.
Yeah.
You know what I don't get? I don't get the bad dad advice videos.
I get
they
it.
don't
I
pop
get
up
all
very
the bad dad because I follow it on YouTube, so I get.
Well,
those.
are you friends with me on Facebook?
I see them when you post them on Facebook. They
Like
don't-
and subscribe.
Like when I
Like
scroll
and
through
subscribe.
when I
Like
scroll
and
through my
subscribe.
reels, when I scroll through the reels, they don't pop up very often on my Facebook.
Well, it's all coming through my Facebook is
I
the
see them
one
when
that
you
it pops
I see them
up.
when you share them.
Oh, I get a lot of Joe Rogans. You guys get Joe Rogans?
No,
Oh yeah, I get a lot of Joe Rogans.
A little bit.
Talked to Elon Musk recently. They ordered a anchovy and pineapple pizza.
I haven't really been
pineapple
on
does
it
go
that
on
much
pizza.
lately.
Pineapple is great on pizza.
Anchovy and pineapple. Get
Not
over yourself.
anchovies, but pineapple is great
Yeah,
on pizza.
right.
I'm an X guy. I spend most of my time on X.
I got rid of that before. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't like it when it was Twitter. I
Don't
don't like it
have-
now. So-
I have
get me
X.
started.
It's just it's pretty pointless for me. I get so many notifications that are like, why is this a notification?
I
for
don't
me?
get notifications. Turn them off.
I'll tell you what, the biggest mistake I ever made in my life was downloading the Reddit app because they will just send you shit that you didn't sign up for. They will just, like, all of a sudden I'll get a notification from, like, a bowling thing, and it'll be like, look at this video, 47 strikes in a row. And I'm like, why are you sending me this?
47 strikes in a row. I would love to watch.
I made
that.
a
That's
Reddit.
incredible.
My Reddit got fucking banned like 3 weeks in. I think I put a comment on one thread like about cryptocurrency, and like they were like, "You're banned." It's like, what, dude? This is wild.
You
What the
posted a
hell?
picture of your feet. You posted
No,
a picture of your feet.
that was my only.
Oh, there's a whole lot worse things on Reddit than that, I promise
Did you hear
that.
about the teacher? The teacher that got fired because they found out she had OnlyFans. You never heard about this? Is like over in like maybe like Oklahoma or something like that. Teacher got fired. They found out she had OnlyFans. I don't think she was like doing porn or anything on it. I think she was just like posing like in a bikini or something like that. But got fired for it. I just read a thing the other day that like in the 6 months since she's been fired, she's made like over $1 million on OnlyFans.
I got to be honest.
OnlyFans,
there
sign me
is
up.
An insane amount of money going to and from OnlyFans. It is
For weird shit,
Ungodly.
man. For weird shit.
People, I guess, just like watching people that
But why can't
aren't
you just
actually porn stars. I don't know.
Yeah, but like what, like you know, whatever you're paying, you like whatever. Even if it's not sexual, right? If it's like feet pictures, right? And it's like
There's
so
some
you're
weird people
I
out
don't
there,
get the
man.
feet thing.
So you're paying.
I
So
don't
you're
get it.
paying somebody on OnlyFans for a photo of their feet. It's like, can't you just Google sexy feet?
I mean, I guess it's the same thing with anything. I mean, like Twitch, people are watching people play video games. Can't you just play a video game? It's
Yeah,
the same
but
concept,
no.
right?
But I get that. Like, and I didn't get that at first until somebody explained it to me. And it's like, well, like you watch football, can't you just go play football? It's like, yeah, but I can't play football as good as those guys play football. And they go, exactly. I can't play video games as good as that guy played. Like, so it's
Oh,
entertaining to
great.
watch.
Great feet.
Yeah. And so like, but like you can find pictures of great feet for free. I would think.
You can find clips of people playing video games for free.
Right.
People
I don't know, things
people are
weird.
paying.
People pay money to like they donate to people that are playing video games. They like pay money. Like,
Oh, I didn't know
they
that.
subscribe. How do you think these people make? Why do you think they do it? They make a lot of money.
I thought they win like tournaments. and
Tim the
stuff.
Tap Man, dude. That guy. This
Dude,
guy's.
Ninja.
I'll
making
tell you what.
millions.
I'll tell you what. On TikTok, I get a lot of. Tiff hates it because I get a lot of these. Have you ever heard of this guy Jinxie?
Like Banksy.
No.
No, he's like this
Like
guy that
like
does
Jinxie
like
Cat?
he does all these video games stuff and like Rainbow Six and all that stuff. But he has this really weird speech impediment that just drives Tiff up a fucking wall. And so as I'm like laying in bed, like just like scrolling through TikTok, and this guy pops up on my feed, and she'll hear it, and she's like, "That's that fucking guy again," and she gets so mad, and it's so funny. It's like, but the guy's hilarious. I like.
Have you ever swapped phones with your significant other and looked at their feed and realized how it doesn't capture your attention at all? Like not even a little bit. You
Shows
know?
how different
Like if we switched
opposites
phones,
attract.
some of it would probably resonate with us a little bit. Like it'd be like, oh, it's funny. I haven't seen that a lot or whatever. Oh, this is weird. It's different than what I see every day. If you switch with your significant other, it's like not even close to the stuff you're seeing. It's like very different.
Yeah.
Like they're looking at like, look at this proposal video,
Yeah.
and it's like a really like it's a crazy look. It's on top of the Eiffel Tower, and it's like proposal, and it's like this like romance porn type stuff, and you're like, whoa, this doesn't appeal to me at all. Give me the guy playing slots. Thumbs up. I don't care. Let's go, dude.
When the thumb goes up, just like that. But I'll tell you what, watching like Like when you when
We're
that's,
watching people gamble.
when that's your algorithm, dude. When your
I can't gamble as good as that guy.
when your algorithm is nothing but watching people hit jackpots on slot machines, when you walk into that casino, you're like, there's no fucking way I could lose. All they do is pass out jackpots. But like I want to create a new algorithm. Can you hear me? I want to see all the videos of people who put $100 in, they do 10 spins, and they walk away and they don't win once. Can you send me more of that?
Al Gore, come
Hey,
on,
Al
fix
Gore.
me.
Al Gore. Change up the rhythm, please. I want to see some losers. at
Climate
the
change,
casino.
no. Algorithm change. Let's go.
Yeah, please. Dude, are we almost done? It's hot as
Yeah.
It's hot as balls in this costume.
I think we're actually at a pretty good spot now that we've been just like riffing off on social media for a little bit. I think we can end part 1 here.
Sure.
We're gonna have Nikki back for part 2 on the next episode. So yeah, we hope you guys like this, and we'll be back next time. Anybody got anything to say?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. When the thumb goes up,
Like and subscribe.
You know, it's just
like and
that.
subscribe.
Email us too. Peace.